Good day, welcome back. JustLovingPeople.com is the name of the program. My name is Lawrence, and Michelle, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now this week, we have awesome time. We're talking about religion and relationship. And yesterday, it was really a funny episode. I mean, she was laughing most of the time. I did the talking. But today, I will let her do more talking. Anyways, if you missed yesterday's episode, please go to JustLovingPeople.com, the website. Subscribe to our podcast, and we will be on your phone every day. Every day. Just imagine that. Lawrence and Michelle on your phone, man. That must be awesome. Anyways, this week we're talking about religion, tradition. And yesterday I explained how the Lord moved me from religious boy to relationship, where the Lord told me, speak to me. When you talk to me like you talk to your friend. And the second big revelation was you can keep your eyes open, and did she enjoy that?
Oh man, that is so fun to hear, because it is always beautiful for me to hear where you come from, because it's 100% different from where I come from. And it is amazing to know that how God started to shape your relationship with Him. And just by talking freely to Him, which makes it so much easier to be in conversation with God 24 hours a day. But still, you didn't get that release from bondage yet. God just gave you that something to hold on to, because He had greater plans that you didn't know of yet at that stage. So I want you to tell us, what made you bring to that point where you said it out loud? God, make me forget what I was taught, because everything is wrong. I know that. Release me. Teach me your ways. You teach me your ways. And it is so important, because when you met me, you always say, those are my famous words. But I always tell, it's already there. God already provided it. You just need to get it at the right time, because you need to move in order to get it. If you don't move, you can't receive it, because you're not there. So you need to move the whole time in order to get everything. But everything is already there. And so I would always tell you, don't worry. Worry is not from God. Don't you worry. It's already there. God already provided. And you're a man. So in your manly instinct, it is natural for you to stand there and say, but I need to provide, because you're a man. You're the head of the house. So that's a man's, job, so to speak, is to provide the income. And then God gave you a wife that just tells you the whole time, don't you stress, everything is already there. God provides. He provides for us. Don't you worry. And then God did. Everything came. Whatever it might be, it's there. And so you reached that point where you had that moment of realization that, wow, I didn't come from any religious point or any congregation whatsoever. God took me, God taught me everything I know. And you stood there, you came from congregations, you come from religion, and you struggled with poverty and the mindset of poverty, the mindset of humbleness, as religious people think. The poorer you are, the more humble you are, and the closer you get to God is. And all of a sudden, your spirit got awakened at some point, and you just shouted out and tell God that, wow, make me forget what I was taught. It was wrong. Please, God, you teach me now. I want you to tell us that moment where you said it. You didn't think it. Nobody prayed for you, nothing. Your spirit got awakened by the Holy Spirit. And it's just like, it happened. Explain that.
Well, the dangerous thing about religion is I've been set free 20 years ago when God told me you can keep your eyes open, talk to me like a friend. But you tend to go back. The flesh tends to go back. And now it's another 20 years later. So, and I've just seen that up to now, my life was good. It was awesome, but it always had that bit of religion, tradition in it. And as you said, it makes one poor. It makes one like a beggar. You have a beggar mentality. And it sneaks in all kinds of ways. And just a few months ago, I had to pay the rent. As you said, I'm the husband. I need to pay the rent. And I walked to the ATM with your salary that you gave. That wasn't enough to pay everything. And I was complaining. I said, God, you said you will provide. Yeah, I have my wife's whole salary to try to pay whatever I can. And I'm just not happy. And then when I checked my bank account, there were like lots of money in that somebody paid in a few days ago. Now, I've been praying and worrying, and you said don't worry. And that's the thing about religion. It's not relationship. You pray, but you worry. But the Bible say pray and don't worry. You ask and it will be given unto you. And as I saw that bank balance, it was such a shock to the system. I had to go inside to show the lady behind the counter, listen, is this my balance? I've seen my balance 1,000,000 times here in South Korea. But I just asked her, is this the amount in my bank? My eyes did not, they just not believe it. And then I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel sad. I feel numb. I feel
You were
numb.
in shock. You were literally in shock because you didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, it was just, and I said, oh God, does it need to be so hard? Does it need to be so difficult? But that is all traces of religion, not in relationship, not knowing that God actually provides. So, and then, it is events. It took some time. Then we prayed for a bed. I just said one night to the Lord, we need a new bed. The next day it was there. Then our furniture
But
came.
that was after you got the breakthrough.
Yes. You're right.
You need to tell us that moment where you just stood outside and you proclaimed that you're wrong.
I think it's after I read that book about the angels, and when I came back from the mountain, where I realized that actually there are lots of angels that wants to work for us, but we don't know about them. I remember as I stood in front of our apartment, I just looked up into the sky and I said, God, I've been taught wrong. Can you please teach me? Can you please teach me what I need to know? And from that moment on, it really changed. I really became more interested in reading the Bible. I started to do more Bible study, and I've just realized a lot of things. I just realized that God is for us. God is not against us.
I just want to add to that story because this is, man, we have experienced a lot. I mean, we've been married 8 months, but boy, we have been through what I've heard couples go through within 20 years, some 10 years, but God just took us, He molded us, He shaped us, and I made a commitment to God when I got baptized, and I told God it's all or nothing. And I meant it. And ever since that day, it's all or nothing. That's it. And you started praying. And I think that's where your spirit started crying out to God to break through. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. But I remember your face when you read the Book of the Angels from Kenneth E. Hagin, and you came down from the mountain. You had your moment with God where you cried out to God, please teach me your ways. And you came into the house, but you looked different. I will never forget this. This is one of those moments where, boy, you just, man, it's a Kodak moment. You just had to snap that, but God did, it's in my mind. I can still see it so freshly. And you looked different. And I just started smiling because your first words to me was when you got into the house, you were so excited. You were really excited. And you stood in the house and you looked at me and you said, you knew this. You knew this. You knew this. I'm like, yeah, I knew this. What did I know? You know, it's like, and you said, you knew this. I'm like, okay, we're almost there. What? You know, I'm so excited and I have no idea what you're talking about, but I could just feel your excitement. And you said, it's true. What you said before we came to South Korea, you said God showed you the angels, getting everything in place. You saw that. You told me that. And I just looked at you like, yeah, okay. But today I read this book. I couldn't stop reading. I read this book and it's true and it's true and it's true. And I just started laughing because it was such a beautiful moment, you know. And there you got newborn. There you got breakthrough. There I could see religion was shattered on the ground.
Yes, before that, the way I prayed, and this is how religious people pray, so let me teach you. God, I need a bed. God, please give me a bed. God, 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 and cry and do these things and all these emotions. The Bible says don't use a lot of words. So, and in that book, I've read that what it talked about is that there are heavenly beings called angels. They are here to minister for us, not to us. You must listen to the episode. If you missed it, we talk a lot about it. And so that morning I said, angels, go and get our bed. God, I need a bed. I said, angels, go and get the bed. And by that night we installed, this is the most beautiful bed we ever had. And God gave it to us. So it is different. It really changed my life, that revelation. And that, I think that point, I can take you to the place in front of our apartment building where I looked up into the sky and said, God, I've been told the wrong thing. You know, I had a beggar mentality. We are not beggars. We are powerful. We have the power of God in our mouth. God said, let there be light, there was light. Jesus said to the storm, be quiet. We've talked about this a lot. Go and listen to the podcast. But anyways, I've realized it is in our mouth. The power is there. We have the authority of Jesus Christ with us. And religion doesn't teach that.
And the one thing about religious prayers is, like you said, it's begging, 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 begging. God, please, 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 God, please, God, can't you hear me? God, God, please, please, please. And when you say amen, the first thing that comes out of your mouth, yeah, I'm not going to get it. You know, God said, if you don't pray with faith, don't pray. If you don't have faith, don't do it. Just don't do it. And it is true, you know, because faith is from God. So when you pray with disbelief, you're not praying to God. You're praying to the wrong one, you know. And so, but then things changed, and it changed dramatically.
You saw it, eh?
Oh boy, I saw it. We had Bible discussions. We had quiet time. You started doing quiet time. Even though you're not keeping your mind quiet yet, you have quiet time. Things changed. Your face changed. Your body changed. Everything changed for the good. You know, it's like you're a brand new husband.
As you said, you know, before I had these dark clouds, these dark moments, and they are not there anymore. I feel so much more joyful, so much more happy, so much more in control. And last night I felt a bit of that clouds wanted to come back because I was just tired. And I just started walking and say, no, God, you've provided, everything is there, everything is ready. We're out of time.
Oh, no. No.
You need to say goodbye quickly.
Oh, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Bye-bye.
Man, this is justlangpeople.com, the program from South Korea. Go there, partner with us, please. Partners, you keep us on the air. You can also text to gift justlangpeople.com to 24365. Tomorrow, same station, same time. Lawrence Michelle from South Korea. Goodbye, God bless.
Bye-bye.